Hey class, this is a brief video just to kind of go over some more of the technical aspects of segment 1. You guys have had a couple weeks under your belt. Just going to go on kind of some of the formatting elements as well. This is kind of an imaginative segment, so in a way it's kind of asking you to go from, as you can see here, from Norfolk all the way down to South America to the Atacama Desert, where we're talking about all this scientific processes. So there's essentially three things you guys need to submit: definitions, description, and instructions. And each of the three are a bit different, but you're all going to submit them as one document. So what I'm going to do is briefly go over the more technical aspects about it, because it seems like that's where most of your concerns are now. So again, there are three separate ones, but they're all going to be combined into one document. So let's start with the definitions. So the definitions can kind of be formatted like this. As you can see, you have the definitions, and you have an introductory blurb, and then you have each one of the definitions bolded with all the italicized or with the definitions underneath. And you can just kind of block them almost like a regular glossary. It's going to almost look like a dictionary because it's meant to be in the back of the book. And the references don't go in the paragraphs themselves. They go at the end on a separate page because it's for me, not for the audience. So I need to see the references, but you're writing as if the audience doesn't need to see them. So the second document, the description, follows a very, very similar format. I would recommend using the same Microsoft Word document almost as you're kind of working towards it. It's going to be the same thing. You're going to create 1 to 2 pages of a description of a specific object or process, and then the references page as well. But this one might have some images, as you can see here. The same thing, you can list your audience explicitly at the top. So write description, audience, and then fill in your audience there. Then you have the same kind of blurbs, and then you do in-text images indicating what the figure is that you're referencing. So it's very much going to look like that. And you can have as many images as you need. And the same thing goes here. The references are a separate page at the end, again, because I need to see the references, not your audience. So that's very key to keep in mind. The last document, instructions, I would encourage you guys to be a bit more creative with this. The way I imagined it was that you were actually writing as if they were going to be reading it in the 19th century. So that's entirely up to you. It depends on kind of how creative you're feeling and how able you are in Microsoft Word or another document design like Adobe InDesign. So you can do it something like this. You can actually make it look like this was something that you were, or an actual instruction set that would have been written at that time. So there's this kind of stereotypical elements about it being on parchment paper with kind of this kind of cursive kind of writing, speaking directly to that audience. So this is the kind of stuff that you're able to do in the instructions. And if you want, you don't need to, but if you want to kind of get a more of an imaginative, that's kind of what I had in mind. So that's pretty much it. So you kind of go do the projects, head back from the Atacama Desert, back all the way up to the United States of America as you kind of submit the project. Again, make sure all the projects or all the documents are in one big PDF form and that the references pages are separate. So let me know if you have any questions. Shoot me an email. Thanks.